Hey there, I'm Katerina, this is Tereka, and today we bring you the 5th update for my Pandos palettes. Just so we get it out of the way, I still haven't used my Revolution palette, I still haven't done my nails, so there is that, but that will hopefully change, and you guys will see why. And that's mostly because I have quite a bit of progress on my H&M palette, which is super exciting. So let's get into that. I'll show you how the palette looked like last update. And this is how the palette is looking now. So you guys can see I finished 2 more eyeshadows, which was my goal for this update. And I have quite a bit of progress on another, so I guess we'll talk uses while Tereka is stabbing my leg with her nails. I'll put up a picture of the palette and I'll walk you through all of the usage. So, for the first eyeshadow, I used it 7 more times for a total of 52 uses when I finished it. For the second eyeshadow, I used it 27 times for a total of 118 uses. Yes, guys, we surpassed 100 uses on our first eyeshadow. For the third shadow, I used it 16 times for a total of 89 uses, which is quite a lot. The fourth eyeshadow was already done. And for the fifth eyeshadow, I used it 3 more times to use it up, for a total of 26 uses. The sixth eyeshadow I only used 3 more times for a total of 18 uses. The seventh eyeshadow I used 11 more times for a total of 57 uses. The 18th eyeshadow I used 14 more times for a total of 29 uses. And the 9th eyeshadow I used 12 more times for a total of 43 uses. So obviously this total uses, it's this year in this project because some of the eyeshadows were already worked on last year, but we are keeping it straight to this year. So let's get back to the palette. For this update, my goals were to use up the 5th eyeshadow, which is this one, and I obviously did that. They were also to use up the first eyeshadow, which is also completely empty already. It went on the 7th eyeshadow. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but it's side pen, I'm sorry. And I did that. And I wanted to get the 8th, get the 8th eyeshadow ready to be repressed, and it pretty much is. One thing that I should note is that I have said last update that I was going to focus on this eyeshadow, the 8th, from now on, but my workloads were gray, like similar to this gray, so a purple eye look went pretty nicely with it. But now they officially changed us for the summer uniform into the summer uniform, and now my summer uniform is green. It's a very dark green. It's not the most flattering shade, if I'm being honest. Not on me, not on anyone else that I know. But it is what it is. So I have been using the 6th eyeshadow as a focus since we changed into that uniform, which was almost a week ago now. What I've been doing to continue working on the 8th eyeshadow without having to wait until we change back into the gray uniform is using the 8th eyeshadow whenever I only go to the gym or whenever I leave the house for something else that's not working. So pretty much on my days off, and I have 2 per week, so I'm still using it, just not as much. So yeah, expect me to probably finish up the 6th eyeshadow before I finish up the 8th. But it is what it is. I'm not going to be wearing purple eyeshadow with a green shirt just for the sake of using up the eyeshadow faster, especially when I know I can finish finish it just as easily. Just take me a little bit longer, but it's fine. It's still May, so I have more than enough time. Now, as you guys can see, I obviously have to repress this one because I can no longer reach it. But the palette is looking pretty empty with 1/3 of the eyeshadows done. So what I'm going to do is repress some more of my Revolution eyeshadows into the H&M palette. I'm going to film it, and depending on how long the video is, because I didn't want to do that before showing you guys the palette, depending on how long the video is, it will be either added to the end of this video or it will be released next week as a full-on video for my random video, because I'm thinking it might be quite long since I have to repress the 8th eyeshadow and press 3 other shadows here. So yeah, there is that. And for goals for next update, I'm trying to like imagine how the palette will be and assert my goals from that, because I don't think I have the time to repress everything and then come back to film the end of this video. So I'm just going to imagine how the palette will look like, and what I think I want to do is I want to have, there is a cat hair on my palette, I want to use up half of this one and half of this one, which I think I'll be able to do, and I want to use every other shade, let's say at least 3 times. Yeah, I think that will be challenging enough, even though I'm not 100% completely sure which eyeshadows I'll be repressing into the H&M palette, but yeah. So yeah, 3 times, using 3 times each shade, using each shade 3 times, and using up half of the 6th and the 8th eyeshadows. I think I can do that. I'm also doing my no pen left behind, so I don't want to stretch myself too thin, because I don't want to feel overwhelmed and just put one of the projects completely to the side and focus on the other. So yeah, I think those are pretty nice goals, and I think that the palette is looking pretty nice considering we are only mid-May. So yeah, I'm going to leave you guys here. For next update, one thing that I definitely want to do is use this eyeshadow. This one I'm pretty sure I'll repress into the H&M palette, so I want to use it even if it's on my eyes, because I was actually using it and now I stopped because I stopped painting my nails. So yeah, 3 times for every eyeshadow, so I'll use this one. Alright, so yeah, thank you so much guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys are as excited as I am with how much progress I've been making on my Pendet palette. Actually Pendos palettes, but I'm really only working on one at a time. So yeah, it's kind of 50-50 Pendet palette, Pendos palettes. I hope you guys leave me a like. I hope you guys comment if you feel like it, and subscribe if you haven't already, since my channel is all about using up your stash. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week, probably with my frankening video, which I hope you guys will enjoy watching as well, since I know a lot of you, as I do, also enjoy watching frankening and repressing and all of that, which is why I always film it every time that I can. Thank you so much guys for watching once again, and I'll see you next week. Bye!